2 hours plus.
2 hours.
2 more?
2 more. I'm sleepy.
Decimal 9 or 25 Boeing 747. Milan Center Boeing Alpha Sierra 747 is at 2,400 feet, climbing 14,000 feet.
Boeing Alpha Sierra 747 Milan Center, continue to Vasco as planned. Altimeter 29.87. Boeing 747 climb and maintain flight level 180.
Climb and maintain flight level 180, Boeing 747.
Boeing 747, your transponder appears inoperative or malfunctioning. Reset squawk 4653.
Hello everyone, I'm Leo. How are you? Haven't seen you for ages, haven't talked to you for ages. Well, this is my 29th Directions. Every year we are flying back and forth in a back and forth for Microsoft Global event. But this year, as you know, under this COVID-19 situations, we will stay home. Hope you enjoyed Microsoft Xbox, Flight Simulator, and Feeding Fly with us. I'm very much looking forward to meeting you offline very soon. Well, I'm very much happy to have another 2 Japanese guys in this session. Ryota, Kazukiyo, please introduce by yourself.
Hi guys, my name is Ryota. My company is Santorezo. I lived in Fukuoka, Japan. My primary role has been to drive digital transformation for customers with cross-service including Azure, AWS, GCP, as well as implementation for Microsoft 365 and the Power Platform. Have fun my Power Up session! Yay!
Hi, my name is Katsuki Okachi. I'm freelance now. I'm working for Japanese enterprise chemical company. Now I'm supporting for customer using Power Platform. I'm Captain today. Welcome aboard.
Welcome to these sessions. Now we are flying from Italy, Malpensa Airport to German, Berlin, Tegel Airport. It will take probably less than 90 minutes, we really do hope. Actually, this is first time we will show how to make Business Central and Power Platform presentations more attractive. Yesterday, we did focus Job Module and Power Platform. In a session, we will focus Manufacturing Module plus Power Platform. Also, we have one more sessions, Focus Service Module and Power Platform tomorrow. Means you can enjoy one more flight. Alright, it's time to go. Let's kick off now. Yeah, in this pandemic time, remote work is vital. So Microsoft technologies support ideal work style like My Analytics, Microsoft Teams, very important. Devices with Windows 10, it's like HoloLens 2, it's cool. Power platforms like Power BI and Dynamics 365 like Business Central. You know, there are more than 20 services under this Dynamics 365 now. Let's move on. So some of you guys already realize and know about the new product release under Dynamics 365 at Microsoft Ignite. Under customer service, native voice channel support. And under the supply chain management, cloud and edge scale unit, and inventory visibility. Our biggest one was Dynamics 365 project and operations, already GA last October. Sometimes within the same Dynamics 365, we Business Central compete the finance and supply chain. So in these sessions, we will focus the manufacturing module. Of course, you know the manufacturing module, how to set up, how it works, how to train to the users. You already know. This will integrate inventory, of course, purchasing, sales, and accounting, of course. We will try to focus manufacturing and power platforms in the sessions. Try to compete the finance and supply chains. Definitely we need to use Gantt chart. Production Gantt chart by order. We can adjust the production plan by drag and drop. So this is really good. And by resource, we can do finite loading by drop and drop. This is by work center level. And drill down, we can drill down from Gantt chart to purely Business Central. And also simulations, we can save the results of multiple schedule adjustment and modify and confirm. This is also I really like. Finite loading, even when the schedule is adjusted on an order by order basis, it is automatically adjusted so that the resource load limit is not exceeded. This is nice. And our alternative resource. Yeah, this is I also really like. Yeah, we have to use this Gantt chart when we try to compete other strong manufacturing package and of course including finance and supply chain. It's very strong in manufacturing. Next topic is manufacturing costing. So here standard costing, actual costing, standard overhead rate, you must know because these two are BC standard. But we have add-on solutions called BC manufacturing. One of the features are cost module. We set actual costing with actual transactions. We can allocate financial transactions to work in process and the finished goods at the month-end closing procedure. One of the month-end closing procedure. By allocating manufacturing overhead recorded in the accounting module by department and product, it is possible to realize precise actual costing on item by item and manufacturing order by item base. In the calculation by department, it corresponds to the step type allocation calculations. So this is manufacturing cost calculation setup. Let's see more detail. This is manufacturing cost calculation setup, cost accounting period, months, and this cost center dimension code we can select. Cost center dimension value posting, work center dimension code from cost center, and the item allocation based to process. Default item allocation based capacity or quantity we can select, and period and max date. And we can also use primary allocation group, max rounding literary count, output channel, template name, default batch, and default general business posting group. Also, we can set up the control the items to show the control panel, and we also can select the icon. So this is cost allocations process control panel. First, we will collect all the manufacturing order processed within this month. The next is set up allocation base for the items, then processed green. So next process is cost center allocations, execute division cost allocations, yes. After that, we will item cost allocation, execute item cost allocation, yes. Then process green and create output journal. Then we will try to post the output journal we created and just cost item entries and post cost to GL. Very simple process, easy to use to get very precise item cost by these functions. Here, I would like to introduce my favorite Stream Deck. For example, place an Excel icon. There are several the shortcut key I registered. Yeah, this is really useful. And for example, clone. These are my favorites. For example, this week's by 2020 Wave 2. Yeah, immediately we can open the new pages. Latest Wave 2 plan. I think this is really helpful for new users, BC new users, for example. Let's see. I'll use these three spices normally, and plus BC, and these are the shortcut key I set up. For example, well, my setting. So immediately open the my setting window. Very easy. So since I started this to use the Stream Deck, I do not forget about my daily job. It's really helpful. And this is the tell me. It's really good for new users. It's quite difficult to remember the shortcut key. So unfortunately, in Asian keyboard, Japanese keyboard, it doesn't work. Some of the shortcut keys stated here. It's pity, so that's why I set up. So this is the Stream Deck setup board. This is my BC setup. But not only this OBS Studio and Stream Deck and Slamble OBS and Twitch, Twitter, YouTube and website and OBS tools. Not only this, but also Visual Studio Code, Visual Studio, and Unity for ML persons, VL persons, and Azure DevOps. There are several nice applications integrated that we can utilize in this Stream Deck. I also really like to create the new icons using this website. My favorite. Yes, I'd like to show how we will do the monthly closing using by this Stream Deck. So this is the typical case, monthly closing and annual closing, typical the process. So I will set up the Stream Deck. Yeah, just a moment. I will try to open the Stream Deck. Focus. Come on. Okay, I'm getting better. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah. Press BC. And here's closing process. Yeah, we can see, for example, first stock taking. Focus. Yes. So we can immediately open physical inventory journal. Very easy. Very good for BC beginner. So after closing inventory, printing the inventory variation report, we need to close inventory period. So open it. Yes, we need to close this period. This is a very important process, not to affect the close period. So after that, we need to update the supply chain users posting from too. So this is one of the example we can apply some business process to Stream Deck. So it's really useful for BC beginner. Next demonstration is for production result entry. Okay, let's try to create applications to key in the manufacturing results. I use a Camps apps tablet mode. You can create a horizontal long screen. A past study is coming. First, we need to load the necessary source. All entity published in CDS originally PC based. This time I will use these three data sources. So first we need to create a barcode because the production order numbers are printed as the barcode. Unfortunately, currently the barcode function only works with smartphone apps. You can take advantage of on-scan to execute a task when barcodes are scanned. Put the barcode parameter in a variable. After updating the database, create an area for the results entry. First, we will create a label. Create a ruled line. We are going to display the scan data here. Display information that matches the information associated with the barcode scan. Release production order number. The nice thing about PUBs is that you can really customize the display items by combining functions. So this is quite complicated, so I created before for these demonstrations. Order number, item quantity, start date, end date, and the due date. So next one is start time and end time. It's quite tough to enter manually in the text, so use drop-down functions. Talking about the specifications, that from here is the items. The 1 digit is changed by the 10 digit. When it is 2, it is 0, 1, 2, 3. When it is 1, it is displayed from 0 to 9. PUBs can do this kind of things very easy. It can be used in the same way as a simple Excel calculation functions. So next one is output quantity and defective quantity. Default defective quantity should be 0. Default output quantity should be the quantity on the released production order. That's better. Also, the working hours should be calculated. Working hours should be calculated automatically. So we put operation time. Combine the strings into hours and a minute. This is data time type. Simply subtracting the start time from the end time. Then next, create the registration button, then finish. Register button is newly created for the database. Enter the contents of this parameter as they are. The result entered in the instruction sheet is saved as a log. Now that apps is ready, and save it. Let's actually see it with a smartphone app. Let's try to read the barcode. Working hours from 10 to 8 p.m. The production of quantity is 1 and the defective quantity is 0. Let's take a look at the registered data. Release production order number, start time and end time. The application is now complete. Isn't it enough for a first-line worker applications? If you want to import data from PC doesn't have quality control, manufacturing, evaluation, execution data, you can also define the entity in CDS. We hope that you will use the perhaps to fill the gap between the business central and actual business process. Okay, let's look back what we have done in this demo 3. I explained about the PC manufacturing is the PPC add-on in the sessions, and one of the features that including this kind of business document for manufacturing areas. Of course, we can use the barcode directly read about this kind of work order, then open the output journal and production journal and some custom pages that's possible. But this time in this demo we use the Power Apps for more user-friendly entry. So from BC, use the Power Platform data flow in Common Data Service. So we created the Power Canvas apps, then register manufacturing results, then update the Business Central. So this is the limitations to build these apps, and I hope Microsoft R&D teams improve this kind of areas. So most tables cannot directly refer to BC data using the connector, so it is necessary to bring it to the CDS ones. Even if you use a Power Platform data flow, there are tables that require you to create an all data definition for the web service separately, like production order line, output or journals, something like that. You cannot easily utilize the data. Data updated Power Apps cannot be reflected on the BC side. These are the limitations. Okay, let's move to the next demonstrations for stock taking and a physical inventory. Yeah, from here, use a Campus apps. Let's create a stock take apps in the tablet mode. Power Studio is coming. It depends on each environment. The development environment should be ready in about 15 to 20 seconds. I use the table entity in the CDS. This is the same as BC's physical inventory journal. Specify the document number first. Test 2020 October 4th. Use the drop-down box and specify physical inventory journal. Then in the gallery, show what matches the document number. Display product images, names and quantity information. The selected lines, product will turn red. Better to display the numbers that would originally exist for each item. Double object, quantity selected in the gallery. Create a text box to enter the quantity. Based on this, let's actually calculate the total value and the difference. Also better to change the color of the characters with the font. It is commonly common to turn minus data red. Copy the previous part from the text function. If it is less than 0, it is red, otherwise it is black. Now let's actually enter the quantity and release date. Very easy to key in the data. It's a registration button. Enter the stock take results. Very fast. Let's take a look at the data entered this time. Pipes make it easy to create an application for the first-line workers, so everyone should take advantage of it. Okay, so let's look back what we have done. We created stock taking apps by pipes. Here is the flow and BC, Power Platform Data for Common Data Service, pipes, Canvas apps, and App Data BC. Again, this is the current limitation to build the apps, and hope the Microsoft R&D team to improve these issues we are facing now. Let's take a look. Power BI for Factory. This is a Power BI for Factory. So currently 732.17 million yen as inventory total value. This is the warehouse layout. So receiving zone, acceptance inspection zone. First two lines are material locations. Third lines, spare parts locations. Fourth lines are repair for pickup, like serviceman A, B, C, D, and under repair process. And the last two lines, mainly the production line, assembly process, painting process, QA process, completed, and packaging. And we can search the items here, and also I can select the items directly from here. The large layer B8877, there are 95 inventory quantity here. When I select this, so some of the locations are blacked out, means there is no inventory there. But this serviceman B have one stock. Probably he has this for on-site service. Also, here is the location A5. There are 80 quantity inside. I select this and do through. I can see 40 quantity each by different bin. These informations are very much helpful for managers. And also we can see the temperature per work center. This information is also really helpful for factory managers. In the future, with this Power BI and HoloLens, remote stock taking will be possible, and it is really helpful for external, internal auditor. This must be future trend. Analyze factory data by Power BI. So Power BI helps you visualize your factory and warehouse layouts, such as inventory quantity and varies at the warehouse, locations, bin, as well as factory machine temperature. Or we can do remote stock taking inspection with this Power BI and HoloLens 2, which will be very much helpful for internal, external auditors. This may be future trend. There are many wonderful products for your manufacturing projects, like Power Platforms, Power BI, Power Automate, Power Apps. We presenting like Visual Scheduler and Neutronic. It's cool. and inside software, jet report, and PVC, BC manufacturing. I also like the easy security. You can select these existing extension solutions and data analysis software to integrate your manufacturing solutions. These solutions can bring your manufacturing project to Business Central faster. Yeah, when complete other package and the services including the D365 finance and operations, I should say finance and supply chains, following topics will be the key areas. Use Gantt chart to see the project status at glance. Precise manufacturing cost accounting will be one of the keys. Stream Deck is also very much useful for BC beginner. Power Apps and CDS can help manufacturing operator to key in data very easy way. Also possible to have quality management data, MES data into CDS to print some certifications if required from customers. Power Automate and Power BI will help factory manager to watch the manufacturing bottleneck. There is no other software vendors who can offer this level of services except Microsoft. Microsoft 365, Dynamics 365, more than 20 services, Azure IoT Central, Bing and LinkedIn, and Power Platform, low-code, no-code solutions. It will make up the gap between system and actual business process. So CDS is getting spread out. It will eat lots of data. Why? Because of the AI. So AI will support our judgment at every business process. So let's produce product work study forms through the power of digital. So digital feedback loop will support, empower employee, engage customers, optimize operations, transform product. Yeah, it's time to democratize cloud, AI, and applications. It's time to democratize cloud, AI, and applications. To achieve digital transformation, I normally call DX365. Let's continue, never ending our Dynamics 365 and Power Platform journey. Thank you very much for your attention. I really appreciate your time to spend with us. Any questions?